is. And there's a lot of debate about how best to respond. Some people want a rapid transition to renewable energy, while others are worried about the economic impact of phasing out fossil fuels.
So it's a tough balancing act.
It is. But the one thing that's clear is that climate change is a reality for Australia, and it's going to require a collective effort to address it.
Well, I think that's a good place to take a break. When we come back, we'll delve into the vibrant tapestry of Australian culture, from its
Hmm.
indigenous roots to its multicultural influences. Don't go anywhere. And we're back.
All right, so we've talked about the land, the history, the economy. Now it's time to talk about culture.
You got it. And Australian culture, oh, it's a fascinating mix, a real melting pot.
Yeah, I've always heard that. But where do we even begin? We talked about indigenous culture, but I'm curious to learn more about like the art, the music, all that.
Well, let's start with indigenous art. It's arguably one of the oldest continuous art traditions in the world. Tens of thousands of years old.
Whoa, whoa, so like older than the pyramids? Older than the pyramids. It's incredible, right?
Yeah. What makes it so special? Like, what are we talking about here?
Well, it's hard to generalize. Aboriginal art is really diverse, but there are some common themes. Connection to the land, ancestral beings, the stories of the dreaming.
Right, right. And lots of symbols, patterns, vibrant fuggers.
Exactly. You've probably seen those dot paintings, right?
Yeah, yeah, they're amazing. Like, how do they even do that?
It's a really intricate technique, and it speaks to this deep spiritual connection that Indigenous Australians have to their land.
So it's not just about like pretty pictures. There's a deeper meaning there.
Oh, absolutely. It's about storytelling. It's about history. It's about culture. And these traditions are still alive today. You know, they're evolving, blending with contemporary styles.
Okay, that's really cool. But I want to zoom out a bit. Talk about Australian culture more broadly. I mean, Australia is a pretty multicultural society, right? How does that all fit together?
Well, you've got the indigenous traditions, the British heritage, and then all these waves of immigration from like all over the world. It's a real mix.
Yeah. So how does that play out in like the arts, the literature?
Well, think about early Australian literature. A lot of it was about like life in the bush, the hardships of the outback, the pioneering spirit.
Right. Like waltzing Matilda.
Exactly,
Yeah.
waltzing Matilda. That's
Mhm.
that's like the quintessential Australian song.
Yeah. I love that song, even though I don't really understand all the words.
It's a classic. And it speaks to this theme of, identity and belonging. Like,
Mhm.
what does it mean to be Australian? And as Australian literature matured, it started exploring a wider range of themes:
Hmm.
social issues, urban life, multiculturalism.
So the literature reflects the changes in Australian society.
Exactly. And the same goes for music. You've got the didgeridoo, this ancient indigenous instrument, and then you've got AC